Hello everyone, welcome back to Laser Penguin Games. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Overkill Necromancer in Diablo 2 Meeting XL Sigma. And this one is, or was requested by Destruction 167, who ended up giving me the shield to try this build out. But we'll get to that in a minute, and we'll take a look at the skills first. Okay, so I can start with the reward page. I put one in Talon's Hold, one in Graveyard, maxed out Wrathmist Chosen. And we're going to move to Mouse, Melee, and Crossbow. So nothing in the Malice tree. I got one in Carnage, one in Parasite, one in Famine. For the crossbow tree, I got one in Flametail, one in Death Shards, and I maxed out Dragonfire Oil. For support and summon, we didn't put anything in totem here, so I got maxed out Embalming, one in Sacrifices, and I maxed out Death Pact, one in Bane, and maxed out Death Ward. And then whatever remaining points I had left over, I put into Blood Skeletons. So that's the last. It's the last skill you feed your points into once everything else is already leveled up. And that's pretty much it. So obviously it's going to be a weird build. Overkill is a barbarian skill, but we're going to be trying to use it as a necromancer. So it's not nearly as powerful as it is on the Barbarian, but I'm trying to make it work just for a fun build. So for stats, I mostly have Strength. This is going to be a Strength build the way I built it. You could probably build it a little bit different as Deadly Strike build, but I definitely just went with the Strength. I have maybe too much Dexterity at this point. I probably would only want 25 to 30,000 attack rating, so I did probably overdo it. I'd probably drop a bit of Dexterity and put more into Strength if I rerolled my stats. And then I have enough in Vitality to get about 15k HP, and then Energy just doesn't really matter. If we take a look at the weapon I use, so I made a Ethereal Balanced Axe Shark. So for Overkill, you need to have a throwing axe, and there are not a lot of options, so you basically have to make some kind of rune word. And this is going to give like huge max damage. Also, you can see throw damage is up to 613 on this, which is just huge. So maybe I will try this axe out on an actual Overkill barb in the future and see how that goes. But for now, you're going to see it on a Necro. I'm using Eidolon rune word as just a Taha rune, and helmet. Athulua's Oracle. Here's the actual item you need for. Well, if you want to try this build, it's not it's not crazy strong, but it's decent enough to farm Doncraig and Fotsonville. But it's you'll see why it's definitely not good for killing bosses. You'll see, because of even with the fastest attack speed, which you don't need a lot of. You don't need a lot of attack speed at all, because throwing axe is already really fast. I think it's under 100 to max out your frames. But because of the way Overkill is lobbed in the air, there's no like direct attack. And I'm going to show it to you, obviously. But anything that's moving, you're just going to miss it completely. So it's definitely difficult, but this shield here is going to give us 20 overkill, and that's what we're going to be using. Just using Titan Steps. There's probably a few different boots you can use here. I just went with Titan Steps for some stats, life, and extra damage. Airyman belt. The ring here I'm using is Seal of Nephilim Kings. This can have 2 skills on it, and you can lucky it to +3. So mine is really bad. It's got terrible stats, but ideally I'd want to have 2 of them for this build. For now, I think I just use the Ripstar on the other slot, because the max damage is also pretty helpful, even though the life on attack also doesn't work with a ranged throw. Only life leech will work. And then I just have Blind Anger. Fortunately, obviously the Crucify on melee attack will not work here, and I don't think the Blind Attackers works either. I think that's also a melee, so definitely there's a few Zist Runeward Gloves I would probably prefer to use. I just don't want to burn another rune on a build that's I'm probably not going to be using for too long after I already made this shark. At least the shark I'll be able to use again later. And then I'm using Candlewake here, which is going to kill. You can see here the block chance is minus 3%, but even if I remove it, it's only goes up to 3%. It's not like a huge deal. So I'd rather have the strength bonus, and just also this is an ethereal one too. So I made it indestructible, and it's got a ton of armor on it. I'm approaching 300k defense on, which is not bad for a necro. I'll say I can probably get it higher if I roll more, and then I'll see. I got about half my Cygnus, right? 216 out of 400. So I would probably put most of it into strength for more damage at that point. But that's all the gear. I'll just go to Duncrag and check it out. I'm gonna buff up with Graveyard. It's just a little bit of extra poison damage, and then also I got a Shamanka in my offhand, and I'm gonna give myself some Bloodlust. And then basically on my left click I got my Overkill. So you can see here currently it's level 36, which is not very high. So when you're actually using it on a Barbarian, you're going to be able to get it way higher and throw so many more axes than I'm going to be able to throw on my Necro. So that's why another reason it's kind of, you know, most of the time this just happens when you try to use a skill that's built into another class. It's just an item skill. Usually it's going to be weaker just because all the charms that add and all the skills that add to that class are going to make that skill so much higher level on the actual class if you play it. So we're going to take us to Duncrag, and then on my right click here I just have the Blood Skeleton, so I can resummon quick. Even though they have 19k HP, they die really quick. You can see here when you throw in this, it lobs it in the air. So I try to summon ahead and then get the enemies attacking my skeletons, because if I aggro something and run away, the axes usually are just going to miss. And you can kind of throw it in front of you and hope that they run into it as well. You can see here, wait, I'm doing about 18k. I'm guessing it's per axe. So, I mean, it's not... The problem, too, is also I'm throwing a lot of axes, but most of them are not hitting the target. Like, only a few of them will actually hit the target you're throwing at. Most of them kind of just fly everywhere. So, I guess the more axes is better when you're actually using Barbarian, because then more will hit. So if you have just a shitload more axes, you're going to hit more often. And then just do more damage that way. But the throw is just so slow. Like it's such a high arc that you'll see when I run into the little... It's not as bad on these mobs here, but you'll see like the little spirit guys in here when I get to them, that they're just gonna keep moving around, and I'm not gonna be able to do much about it unless they run into like a corner or something. And the damage is still decent. It's not like it's bad damage or anything. You can farm mobs in here. I don't want those barrels to kill me. I think I can take a hit or two from them, but okay. So these guys here. So the Necro bombs, Necro orbs. Oh, okay. I'll take that. SSU. It could be an SSU. But it's not. It's a silly Fire Queen. Those ones actually got stuck pretty easily, but these aren't the most mobile mobs. Most of the time you fight a boss too, like they move around a ton. Come on. Definitely doing enough damage though to kill all these guys before they get to me. I'm trying to throw on these guys. Get them! Come on! Come on, get him! No! Alright, there. Finally get him. So you can see it can be a struggle to hit moving targets, even if you think it's landing right on top of them. A lot of time you're just completely missing. Get this guy? Come on. Okay. No, he's getting away. Come on! No! See, a lot of the axes just land behind. It looked like only a few of them go super far, depending where you're clicking. Definitely try to summon the skeleton's head. It helps a lot. Ow. Barrels are bad. Barrels are really bad. Exploded all my skellies. I'll say it's good for finding K3K as well, although it's annoying when you bring skeletons there because you always attack your own shit. Ooh! I don't even know. I think the barrel exploded up here, and then I just died. So I don't even think I was down here on the actual screen.
Good day.
Did I even make a TP? I want to at least finish that room. We will fight our way back.
The order welcomes you.
I think I just got killed by the boss mob in there? I thought I had made a TP. Usually I make TPs, but... Get out of here. Honestly, if you go with a deadly strike build instead, you can actually try to block, but generally speaking, I don't even try to bother raising block if I'm not using a dexterity build. Because anytime you're actually using strength, obviously it's not going to help you block anyway. And if your block is less than 10%, I mean, it's not it's not going to be doing much. Alright, so we killed him this time. That's such a weird death. Like the claws. Alright, clear. Maybe it'll clear like one more room. Come on, Necro orb. Can't even see the barrels. Ow, ow. No, fight the skeleton, not me. Daily restart in an hour. Yeah, that's alright. I'm gonna throw over the wall too, so it looks like kinda throwing through the wall a little bit. Not. It's hard to tell where if some of them are like disappearing. It's just such a weird lob attack. Let's go clear. Ooh, XP for me. Oh no no no! I got greedy. Is that right though? I think that's. I mean,
Yes.
that's pretty much it for this build. You can see there's quite a few problems with the move, especially not being on a bar. But I'm thinking you could probably try this on even like a paladin as well. But I was thinking of trying it mostly on necro or druid because they don't really have their own shield compared to all the other classes that have their class specific shields. So went with necro. It's not bad. I'll say there's some decent synergies that work with the throwing axes. And I don't think I'm going to keep this build for very long, but it was fun to try it out, and I hope you guys liked the video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next one. Hello everyone who made it to the end of the video. This is Laser Pen Games, reminding you to smash that like button, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps out. And if you're looking for even more content, check out my Patreon here, where I post exclusive video content every month, and you'll have access to all of that.